hands align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind.
Welcome back to the Arsenal on My Mind podcast. This week's episode has Mr. Spike and Mr. Sekijay, as always. What's up, man?
Uh, uh, we went to Brentford and tied.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it felt like a loss because of what City did, even though we shouldn't be worrying about City.
Yeah.
But I was livid yesterday, but in hindsight now, we were lucky to get out of that place with a draw.
Right.
And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I think the Arsenal of a couple of seasons ago would have probably lost that game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And I mean, I didn't get to watch the game in its entirety, kind of like you did. I watched bits and pieces. But I mean, I always knew that Brentford was good, right? I mean, they're good. They're sixth, and for a while there, they were like third a few weeks ago. I know they're good, but do you think it was a draw because they're a really good team or because we didn't play well?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
We played terribly. I mean, it was one of the worst performances I've seen.
Well, we said that recently. What game was
Yeah.
that? Are we?
I think we said that in the Man U game. Was it the Man U game?
Yeah, man. I thought it was another game that we complained about playing
Yeah,
poorly.
we didn't play well at all.
Man U game, you have to be and Forest.
Yeah, we didn't play well at all.
Forest,
I mean,
yeah.
Timber had his worst game I've seen in an Arsenal shirt.
Yep.
Gabriel looked like a shadow of himself. He looks really shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Raya looked really shaky, even though he made a few wonderful saves.
Raya, to me, actually played well.
He made a few wonderful saves, but he looked shaky. I mean, he gave the ball away that resulted to him making a wonderful save,
mm-hmm.
but he was the one that gave the ball away in the first place. It was, I don't know if we were missing Saliba, but Mosquera played well.
He did.
Mosquera played well. Hincapie played well.
He gave the assist.
Our midfield, they were looking very flat. Rice, Zubimendi was missing. I mean, after a player man of the match performance against Sunderland,
before,
he was missing. Rice was not clicking; it wasn't quite there. Eze was just a waste of space. I'm getting really frustrated at that guy. Madueke did not look good until he scored the goal.
Right.
Trossard was hot and cold. Gyökeres of course worked his socks off, but didn't get any service.
Right.
Martinelli came on, had the chance at the last kick of the game.
Yep.
Should have buried it. Did not score. Saka came on, didn't do much. Odegaard came on. When Odegaard came on, we looked better. At halftime. So that's basically a nutshell recap of the game. Brentford, I mean, don't get me wrong, Brentford, they played very well. And that Dango Ouattara guy, I think we should be looking at him.
No.
No, I'll tell you why. This dude has left and right foot.
Yeah.
He can whip it in from the left side, he can whip it in from the right side. He was a handful. I mean, he was a problem. He was a real problem, and my biggest frustration is with Eze, because Eze is a Premier League tested player.
That's true.
It's not like Eze is coming in from a different league. Sometimes we should be careful what we ask for, because when we ask for these players, we forget that Arsenal is a big club, and Arsenal is a step up for some of these players. Some of them might not do well. Some of them are big fishes in a small pond,
Right.
But when they get to the big league, they fall. You see, the biggest problem I have with Eze, especially in that game, Eze was hiding. And it was obvious he was hiding. We could see it. He was running away from the ball. And I was so glad. I think I texted you in the first half, during the first half, and I was glad that Arteta was ruthless with that substitution, taking him off in the halftime.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with Eze, but at the same time, I think we were lucky to leave there with a draw, and at the end of the season, that might just be a points gain, not a point loss.
Yeah.
Not 2 point dropped. Rather.
Right. No, I understand. Like I said, I watched the game in spurts, and I watched, I watched it afterwards later. And Brentford are good, but I still expected us, I should say, to have had a better game. We didn't play well. And there are reasons that I always look and say, okay, why didn't Arsenal play well? And I think I've mentioned them a few times, over the season. I think I'll identify two things that determine whether we play well or not. And when I say play well, not just that we looked good, but like we had attacking threat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because the two things I've discovered that do it, neither of them have anything to do with any of our attacking players.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is we never look as good attacking with Nkapie at left back. It's the first thing. Now, we don't look weak with him at left back. That's not what I'm saying. He's actually really strong on the left.
I understand.
Exactly, But when we have him there, yeah, he gave the assist, which was good, and probably his first time really pushing forward, like for real. Give him credit there. But there's something different that Calafiori gives us there. And actually, Skelly was giving us there last season, that makes us more attacking, like give us more impetus to attack. That's one. And two, obviously, it was pretty no-brainer, is who's playing the 10 position, right? So when we have Odegaard playing 10, for the most part, he may not have a good game, and it shows, but we definitely attack more. Like we never have a game where we have 0 shots on target with Odegaard playing, right?
Yeah, because Odegaard knows how to pick passes, and he knows how to pick up those spots.
Those spots, exactly.
Those positions.
And then
that bother the other team.
Yep. And then with Havertz playing there recently, we look really fluid there as well. And with Eze playing there, we don't have the same attacking impetus unless it comes from him. And that's the problem. Right? So like I said, I don't need Odegaard can be in together a poor game, but his movement, his willingness to have the ball for the most part, right, makes the game a bit more open and fluid for the team. So he may not give the assists, but the team will look better, right?
Yeah.
Havertz has looked like playing that role, that he will be involved and he'll throw his body around. That'll make things happen, right? The issue with Eze, and it goes back to when he played well, everyone goes back to the London Derby, right? Against Spurs and the game against Palace all around the same time, where he scored the goal, right? And if he's not doing that, he is useless. And that's a problem.
It's a big problem.
Yes, because he's not influencing the game or helping us take over, having us keep moving. He's not moving the ball quickly or incisively. Either he gets the goal or nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you see, let me ask, because apart from the cup games, it's the cup games that have made us feel like it's all good. But Arsenal has only had 2 wins in 6 games in the Premier League.
Really? That bad?
Is that bad? 2 in 6 games.
So we had so we won against Sunderland, then we beat Leeds.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, then we lost to Man U. Then we drew with Forest. Then we drew with Liverpool. So our last win was the last one, but our last, this all began from beating Bournemouth 3-2. So we came out a good spell. We beat Brighton, Aston Villa, then Bournemouth, then a Liverpool draw, then a bunch of cup games. So interestingly, you could argue, looking at the trend here, that the cup games are throwing us off because after every cup game, we don't win the following Premier League game.
Well, I would say we've had a great first half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a very poor start of the second half of the season. But because we had such a great first half of the season,
right,
it gave us a lot of margin for error.
True.
But now those margin for error are shrinking fast.
Very fast.
You know, we have to. So now my question, and I've been trying to grapple with these thoughts. Is the pressure getting to Arsenal, or is it just the hectic, cumbersome amount of games we've had to play? You know, or is it a little bit of both?
Well, okay, so I'm going to say this, right? Like, it's easy to say it's a pressure, right? And I think it plays a part, particularly when we play after City, like I said last week, it plays a part. But yeah, you're right. We've not, our last few games that we had, we had the draw, this Brentford draw, then the Man U loss, then Liverpool draw and Forest draw, right? Besides the Forest draw, I'm not looking at any of the other games and going, those are games that we should have won, right? Drawing to Liverpool is not, I mean, yeah, okay, you can beat them because City proved, right? And we can, but you can't look at it and say, oh, that's pressure, because they're Liverpool. Man U beating us, you can't look and say, oh, that's pressure. That's just Man U really coming to play hard and they've looked good since Kerry took over, right? And they are Man U.
But we should win. We should beat them in our home.
No, of course. Again, I'm just saying, like, you can't look at it and say it's pressure related. I just think on the day they were better. The Liverpool game was Liverpool. That Forest game is the biggest disappointment there because Forest is struggling, right? And then Brentford are right up there, and it was in their house, and we were missing our new flavor of the month, which is Havertz, right? And Saka, and Odegaard and Saliba. There are excuses to be made. I don't want to make any excuses, but I'm just saying the pressure is playing its part, but also we're dropping these points in places where perhaps you're allowed to drop points normally, right? Now, I think for that Forest game, I think a draw at Liverpool isn't the end of the world. Lose to Man U is not the end of the world. Drawing with Brentford isn't the end of the world. But it seems that we're having this issues as City is picking up steam, right? Which is why, again, like we foreshadowed this last week at the last pod, and we talked about what is better for us to have City breathe on our neck or to have that gap. You said the pressure is better. I said give us the comfort, and this is why, right? Mm-hmm. Because we're good, but the thing is, right before we start recording this pod, and I think I'm going to ramble in here, but I'm going to bring it home, right? I had a thought. I was like, you know what? When I think about great Premier League teams that have, dominated a league in the year they won it, I think of only two, really. I think of our Invincibles. I think of Mourinho's Chelsea, right? And I think this Arsenal team is neither of those. And that's a problem, right? Because this team, but we're closer to the Chelsea team than we are the Invincibles team. Because we're not really good attacking. We're just not. We're really, really good defensively. And everyone has said that. We've known that. We're really compact and really tight. But we're just not. Like last season, we were blowing teams away when we played well, right? This year, our only big high-score games has been against Leeds United, both of them. And then this last Sunderland game, right? So we're not blowing teams away, at least in the Premier League. And we're too conservative. And I get, we've talked this to death. Mikel is trying to win the league in the most compact way possible. But I think for this final stretch, teams are now realizing that to beat Arsenal, to get a chance to beat Arsenal, you can't sit back.
No, you can't.
Exactly. And now we need to then start saying, okay, you know what? You don't want to sit back, let's punish you for it. Because right now what's happening is when teams are jumping on us,
our attack is not clicking.
Yes. Mm-hmm. that whole rant to say that this team is not by no means a finished article.
No, we're not. It's not the finished article. My biggest worry, which I'm still not there yet. I still think we're going to win the league. But my biggest worry is if we don't win the league, I said this in the last pod, is going to affect. You remember, was it 2 seasons ago? I said it in our pod that if we don't win the league that season, that it will be harder to win the league the next season, which was last season.
Yes.
Now, I'll tell you this. If we don't win the league this season,
we're never going to win it.
We're not going to win it for a while.
Yep, I agree.
So, and that's my worry, and I'm not worried for myself because I've already gone through 20 years of pain. I'm worried for my son and the youngsters, the young Arsenal fans out there, that have never seen Arsenal lift the trophy. I've seen Arsenal lift the trophy in my time. Right. So that's that's my biggest worry. I still think we're going to win it. I don't see Man City winning the rest of their games. But we have to. But they can. But we have to. We have to wake up and we have to start playing. Yep. And we have to set our priority. Is our priority Champions League? Is that I don't think it's realistic. We trying to win all 4 trophies this season.
Not intentionally. It can happen, but we shouldn't be trying. I mean, we should just focus on the Premier League primarily.
Yes.
Like everything else that happens in the other ones, great.
That's exactly my point. So it was in a nutshell, it was not a good day in the office. Thursday night football, we never do well.
Really?
No, we don't. I've never liked it. We also, it's raining. Those guys came with spirit. They play well. They know what they're doing. Their long throw unlocked us. So it was not a good day, but we will take that 1 point and we'll just keep stepping and make sure we make up for it in the next game.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we can dive deeper into Eze later, but let's quickly get into your game ratings. What you got?
Well, my game rating is easy. I mean, Raya, 5.
Dude, how? Raya had 2 good saves in that game. I can remember.
Two good saves.
He considered he couldn't do anything about it.
2 good saves, but I was not, for the past 2 seasons when I watch Raya, when the ball gets to Raya, I'm confident that we're in good hands. I didn't feel that way.
Okay.
In that game, so 5 for him.
Okay.
Timberland, for the first time this season, Timber is going to be getting a 4 for me.
4.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mosquera played well, so I'll give him a 7.
Okay.
Gabriel, 5.
Wow. Okay.
Hincapié, 7. He got an assist.
Okay.
Rice, Zubimendi, 5.
All right. Both of them?
Both of them. Eze, 2. Madueke, 7, because he got the goal.
Yep.
But apart from that, he was terrible. Trossard, 6. Gyökeres, 6.
Okay.
Martinelli, 5. Could be worse because he should have scored that chance. Calafiori, 5. Who else came on?
Saka and Odegaard.
Saka, 5. And who?
Odegaard.
Odegaard was only good for like 20 minutes and then he faded off. So I'll give him a 5.
All right.
Arteta, I'll give Arteta a 6.
Okay.
Because I think Martinelli should have started that game. I don't know what's going on.
I told you I don't want him starting anymore.
Well,
I had an issue with the starting lineup.
I still think he needs to give Martinelli a start.
Okay. Well, he did last game, didn't he?
No.
Let's see. Okay, not the Sunderland game.
Nope. He's not started Martinelli in the league in a while.
And I think you're right. He started him against Chelsea,
Yeah.
and
So
yeah,
Martinelli needs to get a more shout because that game, those guys were coming at us. We could have easily played the counter-attacking game.
true. Okay.
You see, because they are home, it's raining, they're coming at us. We'll sit back and we'll hit them on the counter. We didn't do that, and that would have been perfect for Martinelli and Eze because Eze is a lazy ass. So he would just stay there and look up and see Martinelli and just give the pass.
Yeah.
So six to Arteta. That's my rating.
Who's your player of the game?
I'll give it to Nkapie.
Okay. All right. Well, brutal, but I mean, no one can really question it, but brutal nonetheless. All right. So my ratings are not, I'm a little more, quite a bit different from yours. So I give Raya an 8. And I understand your concerns. I mean, he made a mistake, Ryan, it's fine. But I think the saves he made, right? I mean, you said old Arsenal would have lost that game. Shoot, without Raya, we would have lost the game for sure. His saves were good, and he had I think of all the players on the field, he had the most urgency to get us up and going after they tied the game. And yeah, it was a tough game for him, no doubt. But when the time came, he made good saves. He played the sweeper role pretty well, in my opinion. I thought he played well. So he's my man of the match. I gave him an 8. Timber, I gave a 6. Again, these ratings take with a grain of salt because I didn't watch the entire game as it was happening, but my feeling of it after watching it back, in spurts.
Yeah, it's different when you're watching it in replay and watching it live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I gave Mosquera and Gabriel both 7s. I didn't do anything. And Mosquera, I mean, he had that great tackle, right? But he also made the mistake. But again, great hustle to get back and stop Thiago from scoring that goal. So great. I think they played well. They played fine, both of them. Hincapie, I gave a 7. He got the assist, and he defends well. Like I said, he always defends well. Midfield, I gave Mendy a 6. He just didn't do enough, and we lost the midfield battle. And if you lose midfield battle, you can't have a high rating in there. I mean, I gave Rice a 7. It was going to be a 6. I gave him a 7 because of his own defensive block when they almost scored. He always seems to find a little bit of extra energy. Right, no matter how tired he might look in that moment. So I gave him 7 there. I gave Eze a 5, and I mean, we'll discuss Eze more after this, but yeah, something's got to give there with Eze. I gave Noni a 7. He got a goal. He didn't play particularly well, but he gets a goal and a header at that. Credit all goes to him there.
That's his first goal for Arsenal.
Second, he scored one against Bayern.
Oh, no, I mean in the Premier League.
Oh, yes. Okay. I gave Gyökeres a 6. Could have been lower, but like I said, he worked really hard. He tried. I gave Trossard a 6 as well. Wasn't his best game. But again, he didn't do anything terribly wrong. Odegaard, I gave him a 6 for coming off the bench and having some kind of impact. He didn't hold it completely. I can only assume he's not fully fit, maybe, but he wasn't in great form before this game anyway, so whatever. I gave Saka, Calafiori, Martinelli all 5s. Martinelli could have been lower. I mean, you got to score
that. Yeah.
You got to score.
And that's you see, that's why I can't argue with fans like you that don't want Martinelli starting.
Yeah.
Because he's not a clinical
he's not clinical at all.
He's not clinical at all.
Yep.
He's not a reliable attacker.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good save, Again, Brentford watching it back, right? A really good save by Keller.
Yeah. You can chip the keeper. You can try to beat the
thing
keeper.
Is you have options. Is the reason why I can blame him. You have options. You could have tried to round the keeper.
I see Martinelli as the crypto market. He's very sporadic.
Crypto Martinelli. Yeah. And I gave Mikel a 6. I don't think that you can really point the finger and say he did anything wrong. With Havertz being out injured for a month, Odegaard is coming back. You knew he had to start Eze.
Correct. So because if we had Merino, this would have been the game Merino would have played.
Yep.
All day.
And obviously he has to do without Saliba. We still don't know what happened with Saliba. But
He was
again,
sick. He was ill.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame Arteta for any of this. He made the change at halftime like he could have. There's like I think of like is like I think it's coming to the part of the season where, and it's hard for a coach to do this when this is what's gotten you so far, but he needs to let the team play a bit more. We
Yes.
know that you are a control freak and you control every aspect of the entire field, but when it's time to give a little bit more freedom to the
Yeah.
team to
Yeah.
do some
And
things.
maybe that's what's bothering Eze.
That is what's this is, I was gonna dovetail into that. That's my ratings, but to Eze, right? I think the reason why he's not playing well with Arsenal is a couple of things, right? Is the fact that he is a very flair, creative, do what I need to do or what I want kind of player. And Mikel is he's about to become a system coach.
He's a control freak.
Yes, you're gonna play Cam, you have to do this, and that, And Eze either hasn't learned it yet, or is unwilling to learn it, or is unable to learn it. So he will never be able to have like really nail down the number 10 shirt at Arsenal.
Then no number 10 will be able to nail down that shit. Maybe, because now I'm thinking about it, that's probably what's bothering Odegaard too.
Well, Odegaard he's proven he can do it for how many years now? So you can't say that.
No, we changed our system last season.
Okay.
The season before that, we were playing free-flowing football and Odegaard was killing it.
Yes.
You see, but Arteta, because we lost out on the league that 2 seasons ago on the last day, he kind of freaked out and changed the system last season. And last season, we're not even in the running. Liverpool ran away with it.
Yep.
So I think that's also what is bothering. If we're making that excuse for Eze, then we have to cut Odegaard some slack.
Yeah, but the thing is, even this year, Odegaard has looked good in spurts. I mean, not his greatest form, but you can tell that he's able to do it. Maybe he hasn't had in whatever the reasons are. Eze's one is like you can never see Odegaard and say, he's lazy.
No.
Exactly, and that's a problem, right? You can never see Marino and say, even though Marino is not a like lung buster, it's not like charging down the field, but you don't see him and say, oh, he's lazy. You don't see Havertz say, oh, he's lazy. And look at this now. This would have been a perfect time to have our boy around in one.
Yes, Nwaneri. And now he's in a limbo in Marseille because De Zerbi has been fired.
Yes, exactly. So it would have been good to have him now. I get it. Hindsight is 2020, But Eze's problem with Arsenal is he needs to either like do exactly what Mikel asked him to do, perhaps, right? Or if you're going to do it, if you're gonna go rogue, dude, just go rogue and just be rogue.
Yeah, just be rogue.
Huh?
Yeah, you should just be rogue.
Yeah, just go rogue and kill the game,
Yeah.
And let Mikel have a choice to make. Right now, you're making it too easy for him to kick out of the team.
Too easy.
Like if it's like you're not used to being this shackled, then dude, unshackle yourself in one game, in one half, in one moment, even.
Yep.
And just do something that you're comfortable doing.
I agree.
And let Mikel be like, don't do it again, but good job. Kind of like you tell your kid, like when your kid punches that bully, you're like, hey, no punching, but good job,
Yeah.
So it's like he has to do something, He needs to just choose to like just, I don't know, man, explode one game and let it just be that in that very same game that you exploded, you also allowed a goal. Let us deal with that,
Correct.
But show us something.
It's frustrating. It's becoming really frustrating.
Very, very frustrating. But either way, all is not lost. I mean, 4-point lead is better than nothing, so I'm not going to cry about it.
Absolutely. If I was told at the beginning of the season that in February, mid-February, I'll be 4 points clear, City, and I would have played most of my tough games, I'll take it.
Yep.
It's better to be 4 points clear than to be 4 points behind.
Absolutely.
And as you remember, I said it last pod that this running now is all psychological warfare.
Yep.
You see, now the pendulum is going to swing our way if we take advantage of it. Why did I say that? Our next game, we're going to be playing it before City plays.
And it's against Wolves. I don't want to hear
and it's
nothing.
against Wolves. So
Mhm.
if we win that game, which if we don't win that game, I'm sorry, we don't deserve to be the champions of the
I agree.
league. So if we win that game, now the pressure goes back to City because they'll be playing their next game 7 points behind.
Right.
You see, and they know that if they don't win that game, 7 points could turn to 10 points quick.
Yes.
You know, so it's all so.
And they're
fine
playing
balancing.
Newcastle. You know, I mean, Newcastle have been the same, but come on, it should be a game that they should feel the pressure.
Well, whatever Newcastle does and City does, that's their problem. We just need to win our game against Wolves.
I
You know,
agree.
because now is all a fine balance. You know, it's going to be ups and downs. Is a title running. Nothing is going to be pretty. We just need to roll up our sleeves and just go in. And for we the fans, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. But we just need to stay behind our team and believe, because this team has done a great job getting us to this point so far. You know, so they need us now. We're gonna back them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, you know. So so we have FA Cup this weekend as our first game, and then Wolves, like you said, and then let's see.
Wigan.
We have Wigan FA Cup on Sunday, and Wolves on Wednesday. That midweek game is just us playing that week. I don't know if it's a makeup game or something. Then we have Spurs. We have to deal with a new manager bounce yet again when we play them.
Wait, we have Wigan. Is Wigan FA Cup or
FA Cup?
So, did we already beat Chelsea?
Yes. So we're going to the final of the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup.
Oh, we beat Chelsea the second leg. I already forgot.
Yes, Martinelli's. Havertz goal, rather, not number 3.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yep. Last minute, perfect.
Last minute goal, yeah.
Yep,
so we have Wolves, Spurs, then Chelsea, then Brighton, Everton, Bournemouth, then City. You know, so a lot of games to go. You know, like I said, got to beat Wolves, put a pressure on them. Newcastle can get a point easily with, you know, if they wake up that game.
Let me ask you this question. Real quick. The City game, would you rather go into that game 4 points clear or 7 points clear?
7.
I agree. So
I want to go in there with anything more than 3 points clear. So 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, all good.
Yeah, because that game is going to be a showdown.
If City has a chance to pass us in that game, they will beat us.
They'll beat us.
Yes,
for sure.
You know? Yeah. So I don't want, you know, I want that to be, if it must happen, let us still be on top after that game, you know.
Yes.
But either way, you know, not the worst result possible, but it doesn't look good when you brought up the fact that it's our recent form hasn't been that great. So I get that. But we move, you know, we hopefully bounce back from that, or we yo-yo again. You know, City have looked poor, and we've gone to 6, 7 points gap. You know, so it's going to be a real battle. And, you know, like it really sucks that we're having to go through another injury crisis, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really see it as an injury crisis because we only have Dalman, Havertz, and Merino out. Everybody else is back.
Well, yes, okay, and you know,
Saliba's one is just an illness.
Yeah,
he's not injured.
Havertz, you know,
and Havertz has not played most of the season anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
The main person who will be missing in the running is Merino.
Yeah,
everybody else is back, so we don't have any excuse for that. We just need to roll our socks up and go be champions.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you think, guys. Let us know what you think about the Arsenal Brentford game. Let us know what you think about Eze. Do you think Eze? What do we think? Do we think Arteta is holding Eze together? It's being too controlling with Eze, and should just set Eze free and let him play and express himself. So keep the comments coming in.
Yep.
Share, like, subscribe, and keep Arsenal On your
On your
mind.
mind.
Under floodlights below the fans align, in red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine, Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand, Arsenal's on my mind. Oh Arsenal, you never fail, through rain and sun our steadfast sail.